Hey, what's up YouTube friends, I'm David Sayante, welcome to my channel, and today I've got an awesome video for you about 7 patterns that will surely turn you into a beast on the guitar. Let's start with the simplest pattern, and with this you will begin to master the fretboard. They will also help you master some scales and move them across the fretboard with easy movements. They will also help you develop much more precise fingering, so let's roll the intro. I like to take this chance to ask you to subscribe, leave me a comment, and follow me on social media. I also invite you to support me on Patreon, where I post weekly exercises. Alright, as I mentioned, we are going to start from the simplest pattern and move to the more complex ones, since some of them are a bit harder to master. But for now, we are gonna stick with the easiest patterns, which will help you get a feel for where you are at on the fretboard. And at the end, I'll throw in a super cool extra pattern, but for now, let's stick with these patterns for anyone who's just getting started on the guitar. So basically, the first pattern is all about getting a feel for where the octaves are located. Let's say we're gonna use different blocks to figure out where the octaves are. For example, here we've got the G note. And here's where the octave is located. 2 frets up and 2 strings down, that is G, G is the same note but 1 octave down. And then we have the same note in the next octave. Then we have the same note right here as well. So we have this is gonna help you get a much better understanding of where you are on the fretboard, and you can start doing this with any note. For example, let's make it with A. A, 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 A. And right here, for example, the A, we move it up to the next A. We can do the same here, for example.
La, la.
Alright, so this octave pattern is gonna be super useful for anyone who has trouble finding their way around the fretboard. By the way, I'll leave a link to download the sheet music in the description. Just copy and paste the link into your browser. Alright, let's move on the second pattern, which also deals with the same octaves, but this time we're gonna stretch it out a bit farther. So if we have the same note G, now we are gonna use 6 of the notes of the minor scale. That will be
Sol,
E,
La,
A, B
Si
flat,
bemol,
C,
Do,
D,
Re, Mi
E
bemol.
flat.
Okay.
By the way, this exercise I'm doing right now is also recommended. But for now, we're gonna do the same thing in the next octave. Comes from the minor scale and it just repeats in each octave Right now we're doing it ascending, referring to the sheet music, and descending when it comes. We're doing it from top to bottom. Next, we will see how to use this same pattern from the bottom up. For example, let's make it in A. Okay, as you can see, it's super simple and you can use it in any solo, for example, to quickly move from one part of the fretboard to another. And this is gonna be something that lets you move around the guitar easily. And this brings us to the next pattern, which is the pentatonic going from top to bottom. For example, if we use the pentatonic, which is the shape we all know, in this case we'd be using several pentatonic shapes, but for now in this video it's not really necessary to learn the full pentatonic. Just doing the exercise itself is enough, which would be this one. I remind you once again, I'm leaving the tabs and the download link for the exercise in the description so you can practice them. This is the first exercise that we are gonna work on. From here, from the E note, just like this. As you can see, my fist is closed, is not open. If you are used to keeping your hand open, that's fine, but I recommend keeping it closed. And this pattern is gonna help us to move through the pentatonic from one spot on the fretboard to another without any trouble. Next, we're gonna do this same pattern but ascending, so this will be the number 5 on the list. It's very important to practice it slowly at first, gradually increasing the speed to build a really good timing on your playing. So these exercises, which involve the A minor scale and the minor pentatonic, are really important for improving your fingering and picking technique. Now let's move on the next patterns for those of you who are more advanced on the guitar. With this, we're gonna reach the next level of speed and expressiveness in the instrument. So in this pattern, we're going to use the harmonic minor scale. Basically, the first part is one section of the minor scale, but we are going to add this note. So we are going to have a 7-note pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. So this is a pattern of the harmonic minor scale, and I leave you the download links on the description. So let's go with the next pattern. For me, is one of the most important patterns that I use. We are going to use the D minor 7 arpeggio. So this pattern is gonna help us to visualize better the tapping in the fretboard in a really simplest way. For me, it's the most important patterns that I use. So we have D, is the minor arpeggio.
Re,
D,
fa,
F,
la.
A. D,
Re,
F,
fa, la.
A. Minor 7, in fact.
Re,
D, F,
fa,
A,
la,
C,
do,
D,
re,
F,
fa,
A,
la,
C,
do,
D.
re.
So this is one of the most important arpeggios for me, minor 7. You can transpose it to any tone. It will give us a better perspective of the fretboard. So let's do another pattern. This time it will be the 5th grade of the harmonic minor scale. The next pattern is a little more complex, but it will give us a great sound. It's very useful in genres like metal. It
Sería
will be
la,
A, B
si
flat,
bemol,
D
re
flat,
bemol
and
y
E.
mi.
And the same, we're going to move to the next octave. Let's add some distortion. Well, so we are in the end of this video. I'll give you the extra pattern. So please subscribe and let me your opinion in the comments. Follow me on Instagram. So the last pattern is going to be the diminished scale. We are going to use the minor diminished arpeggio. So I'll give you a better perspective to use this diminished arpeggio in some solos. Well, let's make it in D.
Sería
D,
re,
F,
fa,
A
la
minor.
bemol.
Then it
Luego
would be
sería
C,
do,
E
bemol,
flat, G
sol
flat.
bemol.
Then we move to A flat,
La
A
bemol,
flat, C, and D.
Re.
And then let's go to F, A flat,
Y
and
C.
C. Okay, let's put some distortion. Well, we are in the end of this video. I'm super thankful because we are reaching the 20k followers in this channel. So subscribe and let me a comment.